Hello, my name is Sydney Robinson, and today I will be presenting on interpersonal communication and social dispositions. The first thing we'll start with is a communication strategy. A communication strategy is defined as a single and logical narrative that provides explanation to the solutions of communication problems or a chain of problems. A communication strategy or plan's main purpose is to express the goals and methods that the communicator is trying to reach. In order to have effective communication, you need a strategy. You must be able to explain your goals in regards to the communication, be able to identify your audience, and describe the purpose of the message using verbal or nonverbal cues. The next is interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication brings meaning to every relationship needed in maintaining life. It is described as the core of human existence. Interactions with people help the development of interpersonal relationships, such as friendships, being close with family members. The discussed dispositions that I will go over in this presentation is loneliness, depression, and Machiavellianism. Interpersonal skills are also used in interpersonal communication. These are life skills that we use every day to communicate and to interact with one another. Some interpersonal skills include verbal communication, nonverbal communication, listening skills, negotiation, problem solving, decision making, and assertiveness. Interpersonal communication can be used with a communication strategy in order to have a more effective conversation. The first theory that I will discuss in regards to interpersonal communication and social dispositions is the social penetration theory. This theory states that the development of relationships transform from a level of intimacy. The social penetration theory works hand in hand with interpersonal communication. This theory is the process that occurs primarily through self-disclosure. This theory is known to be very objective, and the data is drawn from experiments, and the information gathered is not each individual's specific experience. The next theory that I will briefly discuss is social explanation theory. This helps define what happens when a person cannot disclose information to someone who is not close to them. Social explanation theory, a sub area of this is social thought. This provides an explanation of actions and behaviors of society as a whole. Social dispositions play a major role in the process of a conversation. Personality, along with communication strategies, help the communicator fulfill their purpose of each message. The first disposition that I will go over is loneliness. People who suffer from loneliness have more self-focus, they have poor attention skills, they lack self-disclosure, and they participate in less activities. And I will go through a few examples for each of these points that I just made. So as far as having more self-focus, they're more focused on themselves and how they feel incompetent when they're speaking with other people. And so that hinders their communication because they're shy. Even if they feel like they have a lot of friends, they still feel lonely at times. They also have poor attention skills. Having poor attention skills, they're not able to stay focused within the conversation that they may be having. They lack self-disclosure, which if they're not comfortable and they feel as though they're not close to you, they will not disclose anything about themselves, which makes it harder to maintain and a conversation. And they also participate in less activities. Therefore, they're not able to meet other people. They're not able to step outside of the box and test their social skills. The next disposition that I will discuss is depression. People who suffer from depression are less socially competent. They have lower self-esteem. They are sensitive to criticism, and they are more self-focused, and they often feel rejected. So a person who has depression, communication usually suffers the most for them because they do not feel socially competent and they have lower self-esteem. They're always going to compare themselves to other people and put them more on a higher pedestal. Therefore, that makes them more anxious, more nervous, more self-focused on themselves and their flaws versus how the other person is that they're speaking with. And then they also feel rejected. They feel like anything they say, anything they do, it's going to be wrong, or they're going to be rejected for feeling how they feel. The next disposition, and well, the last disposition, is Machiavellianism. People with Machiavellian characteristics are manipulators. They display self-focused behavior, and they will do anything needed for their own benefit. So a lot of us probably have come across someone that we know that has these type of characteristics. They will persuade anything in a conversation. They're good with their words. They're fluent in their conversation. They have a main goal and a purpose that they're trying to achieve. So they will say and do anything that they need to in order to get that benefit. And so as far as communication wise, they're deceptive. I would also definitely say that you may not be able to trust a person with these types of characteristics.